Okay, I want to give you guys some details about my food preparations and why I do the things that I do and why I think it's so important. You know, one, you never know when a disaster may happen. It could be a natural disaster, it could be a terrorist attack, it could be an economic situation, it could be a solar flare, EMP type of event. You don't know what's going to happen. I don't know either. And that's one of the main reasons why I do prep. People ask me, well, when is the economy going to start to fall apart? Well, the economy has been falling apart in case you haven't been paying attention. But when is it going to hit that breaking point? When civilization starts to really break down? I don't know. I don't know for sure. And that's really the point. You know, you don't know if power grid is going to fail simply because it's a lot of it was neglected, and we get hit with a heat wave. You don't know what it could be, a cyber attack. You don't really know. That's the whole point of prepping. So, for food preparation, I think about the cost and I think about practical use. How am I going to be able to practically use this? You can get yourself some dry good foods, which is pretty cool. But you got to understand, if you do go with this stuff, the advantage is that it's lightweight. Okay, it's lightweight. Disadvantage is that it's going to be a little bit more expensive, and you're going to need fresh water to really use this. And you may also need heat. You got to heat up that fresh water. That's what I noticed about those mountain house meals. You're trying to put in like cold water or just room temperature water. Just lukewarm water. It's not going to cook right. It's not going to come out as well as you put in hot water. So something to think about with even the Coleman meals and dry good foods. You're going to need fresh water. You're going to need a water source, and you're going to need a means of filtering that. So filtration becomes even more important in that type of situation. You're going to be using more water because of that. And you also need the heat to keep it warm. A lot of canned goods, you don't necessarily need a lot of heat for it to be pretty good, because a lot of stuff has already been cooked anyway. So that's something to think about. But I still want to heat it up. That's still something I want to do. But a lot of stuff you can just eat it right out of the can. That's the advantage of a lot of these type of foods. So I have different sections right here. Over here I have the fish, and I also have sort of the spam and the chicken and some stew up in here, and I have some beans right there, and I have vegetables right here. In this section, I have a lot of fruit right here, and further over, I have a lot of soups. So I have the fruits, and then I have the soups right there. Below, I have paper towel, which can also be used as toilet paper. Also more toilet paper. Underneath there I have peanut butter jelly, and I also have some applesauce as well. Some more water underneath there. Plenty of water around here. Some more toilet paper as well. It makes life a little bit easier on everybody if you have stuff like that. So, you may not be able to just get it all at once. You may be able to find coupons and get some really great deals. That's possible. But, you may also just have to get 1 or 2 cans at a time. Put aside $3 every time you go to the store and get some non-perishable canned goods. Some people say they can't really afford it. Well, you can afford to get 1 or 2 cans every single time. You don't have to do it all at once. I like to focus on soups. I would recommend soups because any given can you grab is going to have meat and it's going to have vegetables. Okay, as opposed to something that's just nothing but meat and nothing but vegetables. So I go with a lot of vegetable beef soup, chicken noodle soup. I also like to go with the light pot roast from other brands as well. The light, because a lot of times they put a lot of sodium in here to help preserve a lot of stuff. So something to keep in mind. I also mix it up with some potato ham chowder. It's a lot of hearty type of stuff, like hearty beef noodle. So basically, soups will go a lot further for you. Again, you can have a lot of this type of stuff, but keep in mind, make sure you have a water source, make sure you have a way of heating things up. Doesn't mean I completely abandon fish, because I still buy pink salmon. Okay, pay attention to the dates. This says best used by September 2017. It just means that they can guarantee a certain level, certain quality of taste up to that date. You can still use a lot of the stuff beyond those best used by dates. Okay, and they're being super conservative with that anyway. This stuff can last for years. What I try to do is put the newer stuff back here and move the older stuff up here. And then when we get to the point where it's like really close to its best used by date, I move it upstairs and where it's more likely to be used sooner. So this stuff still says 2015 right here. In the back, you'll see a little bit later dates as well. But I got to keep an eye on this stuff. This is 2014, so this is something I'm probably going to want to move up forward. You gotta make sure you don't put too many dents on these things as well. I think this is 2015. This is 2014. Gotta be mindful of the stuff, but yeah, a lot of stuff, everything from sardines, a lot of stuff will last for a very, very long time. This is November 16 right here, okay? It's gonna last a while. So, I just like to encourage people to put aside some canned goods for stuff like this. I'm probably gonna have to have a whole new soup section over here because I'm collecting so much soup. And you know, you never know what's gonna happen, so you want to be better prepared. Make sure you get some soups. I mean, some fruits as sort of like treats. You want the light syrup ones. You don't want stuff that's just mostly syrup. You know, you want to make sure there's plenty of actual fruits in it. So be aware of that. Try to go with the no sugar added or stuff like that. All right, so there you go. The new section of soup I'm building down there. Had to move that thing out of the way. I'm gonna actually use that to stay warm in the winter if things really get bad, and sort of clean up this area over here. Making progress.